She is only resting. Today's the day, folks. Let's do it! You can see how far forward that bridge had pulled. And the screws were the only thing holding it in, but the entire bridge pulled forward that much. It's back in place now where it's supposed to be. I got to ream those holes out yet. You can see back there, the back side looks pretty good. The front side, just it's got a place across there where the bridge was pulled up forward. The pins were even, let me show you a couple of the pins here. It even warped the bridge pins. Some of the bridge pins, if you can see this, are bent actually where that bridge pulled forward so much. Actually, I think about all of them have a little bend to them. From the side you can see it. I think you can see that. Some of them are worse than others, but they're all 6 of them are bent. And that's just from that whole bridge being shifted, pulled forward that much. And was that way for a long time, evidently. I took this thing up in the shop. It's supposed to get cold. So I took it up in the shop and buffed it up. That's as good as you're going to get, folks. 70 years old. It's just, you know, it wouldn't buff up very good. But it did get a little bit of shine to it. I got a nice set of frets here. Frets look brand new on it. So we're ready to, I got to ream those holes out and then work the saddle. Let me show you this really quick, if I can. Got the neck straight. Check that out. It still just bumps on the bridge. I can shove it over the bridge but you can see how what little tiny bit it raises. Okay, here. I mean, it's just barely raising up. So I think we saved it without doing a neck reset. Get strings on it, we'll be able to tell for sure, and we're going to do that right now. Hold on. We be getting real close to home now, folks. Got to, I just want to check out a couple of these. Holes need reamed out. Not very much. A couple of them have glue in them where I can get the reamer in there. Looks like. Well, maybe not. Hopefully this bridge will stay on here for another 70 years. That's what we would like to see, at least. You pop through that glue, baby. That's the worst one right there. There we go. Yeah, we like to see this bridge stay on here at least another 70 years, if possible. There we have it. Let me hit that one again. It's supposed to get colder weather, and I wanted to take this thing up in the shop and buff it all out as good as I could. Like I said, it had some kind of film on it. Man, it is pouring down the rain outside right now. Ripping down the rain. I want to clean the inside of this guitar all up too yet. Haven't done that yet. I want to clean it all out, vacuum it out, and wipe it all down good inside. I'll do that right now, and then we'll get ready for strings, baby. Finally! She be strung up, folks. Tuned up the pitch and it popped and cracked a whole lot and held together. I'm going to put a mirror in there again and just examine everything, make sure nothing moved. I don't think it did very much. It's still way flatter than it used to be when it first arrived here. I'm just checking the neck relief right now, and it is little to nothing. I knew it's going to be that way, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. That I got a 8 thousandths here. I'd like to see 10 thousandths, maybe 12 thousandths normally is what we like to see. But in this case, by avoiding that neck reset, we're not going to be able to have that kind of relief. Everything's not going to be set perfectly. The neck relief is 8 thousandths. Like I say, I'd like to see 10 to 12 thousandths ideally is what we would like to see on that. But because of, like I say, because of avoiding that neck reset, things are, you know, you got to go with what you can. I'm going to check the string action here now. .7/64. That's Martin's maximum on Martin guitars. 4, 5, 6, 7/64 on the bass, E string. 6/64 on the high E string. But I've already played it and it sounds good and it plays really easy. Anything past this body hump, we've got a hump right here. Okay, anything beyond that, you can still play it, doesn't note out or anything, but it gets us a little bit high past the 12th or 14th fret. 4, 6, 7/64. And what did I say? 6/64. Yeah. So the reason we can't get that, the relief higher than that, the truss rod's pretty tight, and I had to do that because we still got too much lift here. The plane of this fretboard is not identical to the plane of the bridge. My calculations, I figure it's a little less than 1% off, but you know, it's still off. But we did save it, and it's playable now, and way, way, way easier to play. You couldn't play it when it came here, not up to the 12th fret. Now it plays fairly easy, really easy. We'll do a demo shortly. I guess we do one right now. Well, I got to put the truss rod cover back on it because I'm going to leave that alone. That's as close as I can get it without popping that neck off of there and doing all that sanding back here on the, I'm pretty sure it's got a dovetail neck joint. That's a big job. It's a huge job. And we may do a neck reset on this guitar yet. I talked to the owner today and I told him, I said, well, you know, the work's pretty much done, but I wouldn't do a neck reset right now. I would let that guitar settle down for at least 1 year before attempting a neck reset. Because a lot of stuff in here is going to move and change with string tension on it now. We changed all those braces that were loose. All of the braces that were loose inside of it, we changed all that. Hold on, let me get you a better camera angle. Yeah, all those braces that were loose are all glued now. And like I say, I'm going to put a mirror in there while it's strung up and check them all out while they're under tension, string tension right now. You know, it's pulling that top. And these are, I measured those strings, I forget what they were. They're fairly heavy string. But they were brand new. I mean, he just put them on there. He'd never tuned it up to pitch yet, but they were brand new strings. I'm going to leave that truss rod cover off for right now, because I know I'm going to have to get in there again. Things are going to change and settle down for the next week drastically. So hold on, let me see if I can play you something on this. I'm anxious to hear what it sounds like. It's been a long time coming. A lot of glue joints coming. So hold on, I'll find the pick. I got the pick and stuff here. I'll see if we can play it, get it in tune. I want to check the intonation and make sure it's still tuned up to pitch, and then I'll get right back to you. We all been waiting for this moment with Sweet Tooth. The strings is wider on this guitar than my Martins are, and boy, I'm not used to that feeling. But I haven't been playing much either because of my hand. I've really been limiting my practice hours lately. But I got to show you what this thing sounds like. the intonation is perfect, man. Can't play it. This thing is sweet, man. I was fooling around there a little bit ago with it. I got a 2mm pick here. It's not a blue chip. A blue chip just sounds funky on some guitars. I didn't like the way it sounded on this one. But this is a 2mm Dunlop pick. And I can come down here at the 9th fret and shove that pick in there. If you can see it. I think you can see it. And it'll hold the pick in. 2mm, 9th fret, it holds the pick in. Might do it at the 10th. It does at the 10th. I don't think it'll do it at the 12th. No. 10th as far as she goes. but it holds that pick in there at and on the 10th fret, and it's a 2mm pick. That should tell you how low this action is. Now, like I say, we got some fall away up here, and that's due to all those years of it shrinking and drying up and being sort of humidified again and drying up more. And all these glue joints here, right here, the neck joint, the neck block, the body, everything right here tends to move over all those years as it swells and gets smaller. So a lot of times we'll have a rise right here, but in this case we have a fall away from the 14th fret to the end of the fret extension, and you can still play it down there. You can play it down there, but the action drastically rises very quickly from the 14th fret, the body fret, on up. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's not bad, but you're not going to be playing down in there anyway, you know. And like I said, the owner and me talked. We may still yet do a neck reset on this at another time. For right now, it's good to go. I think he's going to be very happy with it, unless he plays down in here all the time. You know, I got the action down to 6/64 on the bass side, 12th fret, and it's still 4/64 on the high E string. So that's pretty good, really, and it's got a lot heavier strings than I would recommend. I still can't breathe, folks. I'm still sick as hell, running a fever and crap. Sweat, man, like a pig, and then chill and freeze and get anyways, dig those frets, man. Aren't those frets pretty? What was I talking about? Yeah, unless he plays down in here, you know, he may never have to do a neck reset on this. He may never want to. I didn't take any off of the bridge. He decided he didn't want me to do that right now because he might do a neck reset later on. But no more than that is off. What a slight little bit it is. I could probably get by with 1/64. I showed you 1/64 off of this bridge, this area of it, and I think with this thing would be perfect. It wouldn't even need a reset then. You know, over time it might, but it needs to settle down for at least a year. Today I think is Wednesday, and I have to meet him unless plans change. I have to meet him on Saturday and give it back to him. So I want to watch this thing until Saturday. I know it's going to change a whole lot. You can see, if you can see the break angle on those strings coming up out of the pinholes to the saddle. You see we still have plenty of break angle, plenty of down pressure on that saddle yet, and we still got some saddle. We could come down some more with that, but I wanted to leave enough to keep this break angle back here, keep it within specs. You know, if you lose that break angle and don't have any down pressure on your saddle, you lose a lot of sound. Now, I can tell you this guitar has not lost it. I didn't hear it much before, but it couldn't have lost very much sound and still sound like this. Now, the owner did tell me he's a finger picker, so he picks more fingerstyle stuff than flat picking. So maybe we should try a little something on here. Oh God, I haven't finger picked forever. and you can tell it. Well, there ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. It don't matter anyhow. And there ain't no use to sit and cry, babe, if you don't know by now. When the rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason that I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. So he's a finger picker. He might like, you know, you can play it chords really easy, you know, all the way down if you played Jim Croce stuff. Probably if you played any kind of stuff, but yeah, man. Obviously, I'm not used to the guitar to play that kind of stuff yet. Can't reach it. you can hear, man, she's really got that old Gibson sound, you know. Let's see, how's Neil Young? The needle and the damage done, I believe is what that's called. Yeah, the owner, Keith, I think you're going to really like this setup, man. You may not even want to consider a neck reset after you play it. I really think you could probably get by a long time without it. But I'd recommend at least waiting 1 year, you know, and see what all moves and changes on it. That buff job really helped that thing quite a lot. It looks way better than it did. Fret job helped it too. I wasn't going to do those frets if I couldn't get the action down to some, it was just, if it was ridiculously high, there would be no reason to do all that fret work. But, you know, by my measurements, I was pretty sure it was going to be so close. It was very close. In fact, we hit it right on the money. So I went ahead and did the frets. And I took as little bit off of those frets as possible. Got the dents out of them, so you know they should be good for a long, long time to come. Now that's hard fret wire too, by the way. The thing chords really nice though, all the way up the neck. I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Getting the hand back a little bit. Of course, this is way different than I'm used to playing on. Like I say, the string spacing is wider, and I can feel that in both hands, so I must obviously getting some feeling back. But there you go, the little LG2 Gibson 1945. Very possible it's from 1945. Imagine the stories this thing could tell. All I could do and did was promise you that it would sing again. I can't get it to talk or tell stories. Left the truss rod cover off of it. I have it here, but I left it off of there because I know I'm going to be in there again. I know it's going to change and little things happen over the next few days. So I left the truss rod cover off. I couldn't even get a G chord. This is the first time in many months without pulling the strings off of the damn neck. So making some progress with the hand. It's those short clip, quick clip videos were made when I still had a lot of trouble. Was just starting to be able to play again. Probably should have waited until now so I could play a little bit better before I made them. Anyway, it's done. Series 3 will be coming at you before too much longer. But Keith, I think you'll be happy, man. I hope you are. If not, you know, bring her back. Keith, like I said, he lives in North Carolina. He didn't trust the mail. this guitar has a great sentimental value to him. I guess it belonged to his dad, and I've got a banjo the same way. But you know, he really wanted to save it, and we did. I think his dad's going to be very proud. I hope his dad gets to see it. But he didn't trust the mail, and I don't blame him one bit. He brought it all the way to me from North Carolina, and like I say, we're going to meet Saturday if everything goes according to plan. I really would like to keep it a little bit longer than that, because this thing is going to pop and crack and settle. You should have heard it when I was tuning it up. It was like you could hear a little popping and cracking all going on inside the back and the front. I think we had, let's see, we had one, two, let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4 braces down here loose on the top. The top one's up here on the upper half, we're okay. On the back, that's 4 braces. On the back we had 1, 2 on this brace back here, 3 on the third brace, 4 on the second brace because the entire braces were not glued, and the lower half here, 5. So that's 9 glue joints loose. That's not counting the bridge glue joint, you know, on the bridge we had to do. 9 glue joints. Well, no, 10 if you count this crack in the side. And you can see it's, like I told you in the video, you're still going to be able to see it, but you can't feel it so much now. And structural wise, it's stable, it's solid. This guitar has taken, I told you it took a hit. Get the light here. Here's the crack. The hit was taken right there on that side of the crack, and it hit so hard it shoved all this wood downward. So this wood on this side of the crack, that much of it, is way higher than this wood is. That's why I had to stop with the razor blade thing, because I was about to cut into the burn into the finish. Did a little bit right here, couldn't be helped because there was a very high spot there. But the thing is sealed now and solid as a rock. It's not going to go anywhere. I'm very happy with the outcome of this guitar. I just wish I felt better and was in better shape to play, but I'm going to play it for the next couple of days until Saturday. You can bet on that. And I want to watch it real close too, because I know things are going to change. Spring spacing, God. survive. I'm not even used to doing that on here. So there you have it, folks, and there you have it, Keith. I'll see you Saturday if all goes well. Folks, there again, if you got a guitar you want me to check out, look at, or whatever, hit me up on Facebook and we'll talk, and if we come to an agreement, we'll figure out how to get it here, and I'll do the work. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this series of videos. Tried to keep it a little shorter and on point instead of the drug out videos. If you like that, thumb it up. If not, say so in the comments and I'll make long ones again. So anyways, I'm going to go play with this thing a while, and I'll catch you guys on probably a quick clips video next. I'm going to do a video on dynamics, playing acoustic dynamic instruments. You want to see that. You don't want to miss that. So until then, I'm going to literally tell you, cheers. Sounds like I've already had too many. Not like I'm getting ready to have. The work's done. It's time for drink. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you on the next video.